Very good morning, class. Yesterday we have started the capacitors, and I told you that capacitor is a device which is used to store the energy in the form of electric charge. I told you how this storing the charge has been done by increasing the capacity of any conductor. We place one more plate near the second conductor, so due to induction the potential on the first conductor get minimized, and so that we can increase the capacity of the conductor. So what is the value of capacitance of a capacitor? We know that capacitance of a capacitor is given by C equals to Q by V, right? It means the capacitance of a capacitor is a ratio of charge given to the conductor to the potential of that conductor, right? And you know the unit is nothing but farad. Today I will discuss how to calculate the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. See, in your syllabus, we only have the parallel plate capacitor. We have one or two cases of this capacitor. All the capacitors are of so many types. It can be cylindrical capacitor, spherical capacitor. But in our syllabus, we'll only discuss about the parallel plate capacitor. So let's see what is the parallel plate capacitor. Parallel plate capacitor, in short, sometimes we write as PPC, parallel plate capacitor. As the name implies, parallel plate capacitor have two plates which is parallel to each other, and they are placed very close to each other. So suppose these are two plates, right? We have given some charge positive Q here, and due to induction negative charge induced on the other plate. On the other side of the plate a positive charge also induced, but we ground the second plate so that all the negative charge, all the positive charge of the outer plate get grounded, right? Now, electrical field, there will be electrical field between the conductors. It will be like this. Going from positive plate to the negative plate, because you know that electrical field lines always come out from the positive charge and go to the negative charge. Okay, at the end of the conductor it will be like this. Why? Because electrical line of force have property that it is always perpendicular. It is always normal to the surface of the conductor, right? So at the end it is like this. We have to find the capacitance of this conductor. Now, I told you how to find the capacitance of a conductor. There are steps. Give some charge on it, find the potential, and then apply formula Q by C, right? Now, in the chapter Gauss's theorem, there is application of electrical field due to parallel plates conductor, right? Because we have to find the electrical potential, and we don't have any formula for the electrical potential due to these two plates, but we do have the formula for the electrical field, right? So what was the formula for electrical field? That was E equals to sigma upon epsilon naught, right? And if the between the plates we have any dielectric medium, then we can apply the K here. We'll apply K at the end. We are not applying here. Now, what is sigma here? Sigma is the surface charge density. It is surface charge density, whose value is nothing but Q upon A, right? Apply the formula. So this will become E equals to Q upon A epsilon. Right? This is the equation number 1. So you are familiar with this formula. We have done this formula in the Gauss theorem, right? Now we have electrical field, so we can easily find the electrical potential due to these two plates, because there is a relation between the electrical field and the electrical potential. What is that? You know the formula of electrical field with a point charge. Formula was equals to K Q upon R square, and the electrical potential to the point charge, that was K Q upon R. You can see here that E is nothing but V upon R, right? You can see here that the electrical field we have R square, and in the potential we have only R, right? So this upon R. That means if we divide the distance between the plate, we'll find the electrical field. Okay. So from this formula, we know that the electrical field can be written as V upon D. What is D here? D is the distance between the plates. So what will be V then? V will be E into D. And from the equation number 1, E was Q upon A epsilon naught. Q upon A epsilon naught into D. So here it is the value of electrical potential due to these two plates. Now our second step has been completed. We have determined the value of potential due to this system. Now what is the third step? Third step is apply the formula V equals to Q by C. So we know that V is equals to Q by C. And what is the value of V? That was Q D upon A epsilon naught equals to Q by C. So Q has been cancelled. C becomes epsilon naught A by D. So this is the formula of the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor, right? In this formula, we have assumed that between the plates we have air or vacuum. But if we fill this plate by some dielectric medium like paper, wax, or some oil, or some any other insulator, then instead of only epsilon naught, we have to write epsilon naught into K. Okay, so if dielectric medium is filled between the plates, then C become, let's say it is C dash K epsilon naught A upon D. So directly you can see that when the dielectric medium has been placed between the plates, the capacitance of the conductor increased by K times. So C dash is basically K times C. So in order to increase the capacitance of the capacitor, we place or we fill the capacitor with some dielectric medium, right? If we have some condenser which has been damaged, you can open it and you can see that the plates between the plate there are some between the plate there's some paper like structure, paper like object, right? They are placed between the plates so that you can increase the capacity of the conductor, right? So if you have any condenser, you can open it and you can see how that this dielectric has been filled between the plates. Okay. Now we'll talk about how these capacitance depends upon these factors. Okay. Dependence of the capacitance of a capacitor. We have already determined the formula of the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor, and that was C equals to K epsilon naught A upon D. By that formula, see these are the plates and they are separated by a distance A, and let's say they are filled with some dielectric constant K having overlapping area A. What was the formula? Formula was C equals to K epsilon naught A upon D. Right? Let's see how from this formula you can see that the capacitance, how the capacitance is related to the area or the distance or the dielectric medium. Okay, so let's say first talk about on the area of plates. On the area of plates. So from the expression you will see that C is directly proportional to the area of the plates. That means if you increase the area of the plate, the capacitance of the capacitor will be increases. And there is one more important thing. Here the area is basically overlapping area of the plates. It depends that how much area is overlapped between the two plates. Like suppose we have two plates like this. Now this is the overlapping area, right? Now if you take this plate like this, now you can see that overlapping area has been halved, right? Although the area of plate is still A. So some students get confused that there A is the area of plate. No, it is the overlapping area between the two plates. So if the plate is like this, that means the overlappings become half, capacitance decreases. Now here you can see that area is still A, but these two plates are not overlapping each other. See, that means there will be no capacitance, right? So this is basically overlapping area. I'm writing here, this is the overlapping area of plates. So if overlapping area of plate increases, that means capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor also increases. Second is the distance between the plates. Let's see. Distance between the plates, right? This is what was the formula? Formula was C equals to K epsilon naught A upon D. This was the formula. So from this formula you can see that this C is inversely proportional to D. So if these plates are close to each other, the capacitance of the conductor of the capacitor will be increases. More the plates are close to each other, more will be its capacitance, and if they are far away, the capacitance will be decreases. What is the reason behind it? See, the basic fundamental of the capacitor is that if the second plate comes closer to the first plate, then this plate create a negative potential which affect the potential of the first plate, right? So due to the second plate, the potential of the first plate decreases, and potential is inversely proportional to distance, right? So if the second plate is far away, D is more. If D is more, V will be less. So if the plate is far away, that means the effect of the potential of this plate will be very, very less. So in order to have more effect of this potential, I place this plate near to the first plate so that it have effect of this negative potential on the first plate, so that potential get decreased. And when the potential get decreased, you know that the formula is C equals to Q by V, right? Capacitance is inversely proportional to voltage. So when voltage decreases, capacitance increases, right? So it is inversely proportional to D. So if D is increases, capacitance decreases. If D decreases, capacitance increases. What is the third? Third is the medium between the plates. Medium between the plates. C is directly proportional to K. You can see in the formula. So more the dielectric constant of the dielectric material, more will be its capacitance. So basically, the dielectric strength of the air and vacuum, it is less. It means if you place two plates near to each other, then if the distance is less, then it might be short circuited with each other, because the gap between the plates has been ionized, and when the gap is ionized, then these plates will be short circuited. But if we place some dielectric material between them, then we have advantage that we can we can do the distance very, very less between the two conductors. Okay, so if the dielectric material is placed between the conductor, the capacitance of the capacitor increases. There is some special cases when this dielectric is not completely filled between the plates, but it has been placed like a slab, right? What if I place the dielectric material slab between the plates? How it will affect the capacitance of the conductor, capacitance of the capacitor? Will it increases more? It increases the capacitance more, or there will be the less effect on the capacitance. So how the capacitance of the capacitor changes if we change the width of the dielectric which has been placed between the plates. I will discuss this topic in the next video, which is the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor having a slab of dielectric material between them. What if instead of dielectric material, basically dielectric is nothing but insulators, what if between the capacitance a conducting plate has been inserted, right? That means we are inserting the conductor instead of dielectric, instead of insulator. Then what will be the effect on the capacitance? We will discuss all these topics in the next video. Thank you so much.